Hey guys, it's your Yu-Gi-Oh guide coming to you guys with Victor Lee's undefeated deck profile at YCS Toronto 2013. We just finished day 1 actually, and he went 8-0, so he's guaranteed to top.
Okay.
And we don't know what his final placing is, so we'll post that in the channel title. So yeah, let's get into his deck profile and explanations.
Okay. So basically, it's Evilswarm deck. 3 caster, 3 Thunderbird, 3 Mangora. It's all stable. 3 Kirkians, 3 Heliotrope. So basically, you run 3 of each because you need monsters. Drawing monster is really good for this deck. If you have more monsters, you can just make Bahamut and take their monster. If you have less monster, then you have like more traps. It's really consistent. I would say it's the most consistent deck right now.
Why didn't you run any Kage Tokages?
Because you can make Ophion with that card. The best card you can make is Master Kibido. But the card by itself is to me is too overextending. See, you summon a monster, right? You summon that card. You can protect it with Pandemic. It's just you make it like a random. Let's say you don't have like traps, specific traps that you can Master Kibido on. You just make a random level run 4 XYZ. It doesn't really help you at all in this format because there are still fast decks in this format. One rabbit. Limiting this card really doesn't hurt this deck any at all. One is still good because usually now you don't have to draw like 2 rabbit and 1 dead rabbit, and you don't have to recycle with the infection. You don't have to take 2 turns to recycle it to summon the second rabbit. So it's really good. So obviously it's stable. And here's the key tech. 3 maxi. I mean 3 maxi because this format, the top 5 decks to me are Karakuri, Infinity, Mermail, Dragonity Dragons, and Plain Dragons. All those decks, they special summon a lot. 1 maxi will almost guarantee you +1. So, and you will make them stop, usually, in most cases. And the next turn you just make Ophion and then you stop their subsequent turns. So 3 maxi, you have to run 3 maxi because those decks are really good against yours, especially Mermails and Infinities. But if you can stop them and you can win the duel fast, beat them fast basically, you're set basically. Darkharm Dragon, 1 Darkharm Dragon. It just before last format, Dragon Ruler was the best deck, so you don't really run this card because you always keep your Ophion and you always make Ophion no matter what. But this format, this card just beats all the others non-dragon decks and dragons. It's just really good power monster. Now we go to the spells. 2 Pandemic. I run 2 because against Mermail, Dragons, Karakuris, some Karakuri OTKs, they don't run a lot of traps, so it's not really good to draw this card. You want to search for it. If you draw 2 of this, if you run 3 and you draw 2 of this, you're in a really bad position because you have no defense. 2 MSTs. This is really important because some dragons this format they had to rely on skill drain. A skill drain is like their own tech card against other metas, and without MST, there's really no way you can stop the dragons because skill drain will permanently stop Ophion, and you won't be able to destroy skill drain without MST because their wolf is also effect. So MST is really important, and it kills Mermails, Karakuri, which runs Decree, Royal Decree. It stops all those. 1 Dark Hole. It's the power spell. You always want to run power spell in decks because there's always a chance that your opponent will end up with a large field first turn, and then you want to be able to have that power spell in your deck to turn the game around in your favor. 1 Book of Moon staple. It's a spell. You can do it in your turn. You can stop them. during turn. It's really good. Stops Dragon Sack, everything. 1 Rhoda, stable. Warning, traps. 1 warning is stable. Obviously, 1 compulse. Basically, all the good traps got limited, so you want to run 1 of each. Because this format, no heavy, you really want to take advantage of the fact that heavy got banned, and you want to set as many traps as possible. Plus, this deck, you make Ophion, so they can't really block those you. 200 Tribute, 1 TT, 1 Bond Trouble. 2 Mirror Force. Mirror Force is really good against dragons or mermaids. They usually go for OTK, but if you can stop, if you go OTK or overspin, you just, turn the game around with Mirror Force, and protects your. Let's say if they Super Yumi your Ophion, and they usually attack your Ophion, you Mirror Force protect Ophion. 2 Safe Zone. Safe Zone is much better than Dress, in my opinion, because it's permanent, and it's the main reason is it's permanent. Dress is just 1 turn, but you can't really OTK them. If you don't, they have their outs next turn again. So Safe Zone just permanently protects your Ophion. Plus Master Key Beetle, that's a new addition. That's the best addition to the Evilswarm, basically. And if you have this card and you make Master Key Beetle against 4 Axis Fairfist, it's pretty much game, because you target the Safe Zone, and Safe Zone targets the Master Key Beetle. Those two protect each other. You just grind them out, basically, and they cannot kill it. 3 Finish Hand is good against your worst matchup, which is 4 Axis. Also good against Constellars, Injectors. Basically, all the Rook decks that are good against Evilswarm, pretty much. Bujins too. Infection, Staple, and 1 Vanity Emptiness. This card is, because of the Master Key Beetle factor, I ran this card. It stops dragons from Spiral Summoning. It basically stops all the Spiral Summon, and it's really key, because if you have Master Key Beetle and you have this, and you have the Safe Zone, it's called the Master Key Beetle locked. It's almost impossible to get off it. The only way is to skill drain, but then you main MST, so it's pretty much game if you have that combo. Yeah, that's the main deck.
Alright, 10% left. Just speed through it.
Here's the extra deck. Extra deck is really standard. 3 Ophion, obviously. 2 Bahamut. 1 Ouroboros. Staple Nightmare for mirror match. If you have Ophion, you have this card. You stop the turn. They can't do anything, basically, for 2 summons, 2 extra D summons, and you just beat them down. It's only good in mirror match, I would say, for now. Stenantos is for, if your opponent do the same to you, you can kill it with Stenantos. Yeah, and vice versa, basically. But then you have Ophion on the field to kill their Stenantos. So 1 Darewolf, Staple, destroy continuous traps. 1 Pearl, Gemini Pearl, mirror match, kills, cannot be finished in. Black Ship, kills Damien. Master Key Beetle, stable, obviously. Dweller is for, usually you make Ophion against mermaids and dragons, but if, let's say they have no card in hand, or they have like back rows, you want to make this card because you can, next turn you can just stand by, use effect, and you stop their turn no matter what kind of alts they have, and you just finish them next turn if they have low life points. Cowboy, staple, and Maestro. Maestro for mirror match too, or just you flip any their fat monsters, good fat monsters, face down, and then just go off.
Alright, here the side.
That's the side. Here's the side. 2 wires for dragons. Mirror match, Karakuri. It's too good. You just OTK them. You max these. They stops. You stop their Spiral Summons. They stop. Next turn you extra wires. You go for OTK. 3 Veilers against rogue decks. Injectors, Fairfist, Ancient dies bad against your deck. Notice how I said a lot of cards against my worst matchups, because I guess your good matchups you're supposed to do good anyways. So you always want to prepare against the worst matchup, not your best matchups. one MSC, 3 MSCs just for rogue decks that have a lot of traps. 2 System Down, Karakuri. It's better than Needle Sealing because if you Needle Sealing, they usually have Decree. If you set Needle Sealing, they will end-phase Decree and just OTK you next turn. But System Down, you can kill the Natural Beast and System Down and just win the duel, pretty much. Against Spellbooks, EV, and against rogue decks, pretty much. 1 Soul Drain, Burma, obviously. 2 Deck Lockdown. Against basically any deck that searches, but mainly Mermails and Bujins, pretty much. And if you Master Key below this, it's pretty much game. 1 D feature, Mermails, anything is too good. Before it was limited, you don't really use it, but now it's limited. But and then now that Soul Drain is limited, you have to use it because it's basically a Soul Drain, alternative Soul Drain. 1 DV for Karakuri, any like low attack decks, pretty much you want to cripple their deck. It's just really good. Kills their hand trap too. And last card, 1 T-Intimidates, second one. It's basically raw operation in this format, you know, raw operation of the new format. You want to, it's too good. One is not enough. Definitely, you want to use the second one if you play against meta decks. So that's pretty much it.
Alright, so thanks Victor, and congratulations once again on your top.
Yeah, no problem. Shout out to all my fans. I appreciate your support. Just see you later. See you
All right.
later.